parliament. Mutiso himself went there and said that it is not important for him to prove. Him, his only role was just to come and bring allegations, 11, and see which one the senators will choose. I mean, have we come to a banana republic where in Kenya today, if you hate me, you hate my principles, you can just come and drum up charges. And when you're asked, you say that it is not important, it's not that necessary. It's not a must that you prove. The only thing that is a must for you is to get the two-thirds. So let me ask you, even if we use that type of a law in Kenya today, that so long as you get God, you get some quotas that can really support you and make you clean, then this is the way to go. I really think that we are really missing it today, and I really think that we have to look at our politics going back. I would say that we respect all our leaders. Raila Amolo Odinga, we respect you so much. But the problem is, for me, you are more of significant and more of important and more of necessary when you are leading but in the opposition front. Let's we forget that it is the same Raila Amolo Odinga who the other time when he was in government told us that there was no money that was lost at KEMSA. He said there was no money lost at KEMSA. Went ahead and said that Waiguru is clean. He did that. That is Raila in government supporting corruption. Now, Raila in opposition, the best Raila that I know of is the Raila who would talk about the chicken gate scandal. He's the Raila who could talk about the how do you call it, the Goldenberg scandal and the rest, and you would come and find that they are real. So it's true that politics or leadership or some seats corrupts people, and I think that is the reality. I really do think that is the reality. And moving forward, I think, but what by what has been adduced to in Article 145, I think it's very much important, therefore, that after all this has been done, you'll want to know, you'll want to get it that wisdom is more superior to numbers. It was the best tactic politically for Paul Muite to ensure that they rushed out with Gachagua. I think that is the best kind of a move. Nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw Gachagua pulling the master stroke. Ruto has now gone back to the drawing board. You cannot take us at a high speed insisting that this is a time bound thing. I mean, come on. Hey, this is Kenya. Which time bound? You want to tell us it is time bound? If Mutuse himself cannot prove the allegations in the Senate, cannot completely, Mutuse could not prove any of the allegations in the Senate. And then you want him to get away with it because you have got some machines in the Senate that vote. I want to tell you that we do not have any leadership. The parliament is not there, both the upper, the lower house. So there's nothing like parliament or Senate. It was done and gone from the 25th of June, the year 2024, this year. I think a lot is going to really unfold. But it is at this juncture that everyone will now have to go and see what it is that is taking place at the Supreme Court. And I think that by what has just happened, it tells you that we are in a constitutional crisis. Why? We have the High Court pronouncing itself. They have received a petition by the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, and that they are really going to have um, a sitting on this next week, I think on Wednesday or Tuesday. Now, we also have the 10 days rule, of which the 10th day was supposed to subside today, Saturday. Already it is gone. I think this is a slap on the face to William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga. I think this is like one of the fights where you can use a whole, a whole group of people to assault someone by the roadside. But by the time that you are being separated, the fight is being separated, this one who was being beaten manages to give a hot slap to the aggressor. So I think it is a hot slap to William Ruto and a hot slap to Raila Amolo Odinga. Even if you have the numbers, I mean, come on, try to prove that these numbers have got some value. I saw what transpired in the parliament, and I got shocked. Someone like Usoro can just come and just do his things like a kid, clapping and doing all manner of things. I do not think that it is in the interest of the people of Kenya that Gachagua is being impeached. And I also feel that as we move on into the next etaps of this political dispensation, I would want to reiterate what I said earlier, that William Ruto is going to be the greatest dictator in East Africa. Mark that word. William Ruto is the successor of Museveni. He has got no match in Kenya. No match totally in Kenya. There are ways of doing things. Nothing, you did not even exhaust the alternative dispute resolution mechanisms at the party level. You never did that. But already we have Gachagua living. The reality or matters at hand are, I think that Raila Amolo Odinga, by what has happened in Kenya, and we warned this earlier, I think this is going to be a great sign that he's going to lose in the AU affairs. Actually, in his bid to be the AU chairperson, Raila is going to lose just based on one thing. If you do not have a glue that can, abridge the gap, or that can, make amends between you and your brother, Rigathi Gachagua, then which type of diplomatic person are you, that then you will be expected to run errands across Africa, fostering for peace here and there, matters of election and the rest, and yet in Kenya we do not have peace at all. I think this was to be the yardstick, actually, that we were supposed to use to gauge if Raila Amolo Odinga actually would have the expediency to sort the challenges that are affecting the African continent.